In a game world as large as Far Cry New Dawns, there are bound to be tons of myths that need busting, and that's where you guys come in. In the very first episode of Far Cry New Dawn Mythbusters, we only have 2 myths to bust. So I need you guys to get your thinking caps on and suggest some theories or myths that you want to see me investigate. Obviously you can comment them down below, but the best way to ensure your suggestion is seen is to contact me on Twitter or Instagram. The link to both will be in the description. With that being said, today's episode is slightly shorter than normal, but I have faith that you guys will come up with the goods. So without further delay, let's get myth busting. Up first, let's take a look at a myth that was actually suggested to me on Twitter. Oh, and all animal lovers out there, please forgive me for what I'm about to do. I made sure to pet him after every test. Something I loved about Far Cry 5 was the attention to detail, particularly how the various forms of wildlife interacted with each other. I mean, who can forget the first time they saw 2 cows making love? Well, the first myth we're covering is, does your dog stop, drop and roll when it's on fire? Let's take a look. And he does. It's a pretty cool detail, but that's not where our testing ends. It's all well and good to stop, drop and roll if there's no water nearby, but surely if there is water nearby, it'd be better to jump in to extinguish the flames. So let's set poor little Timber on fire again, this time near a river, and see if he jumps in the water to cool off. Okay, so this is really cool. It's hard to explain, but it just makes Timber feel as if he's actually part of the game world, or at least part enough to know that water will put out fire. On to the next myth now, and things don't get any easier for poor Timber as we test the theory that strapping explosives to an animal and sending them into battle can be a devastating combination. For the first test, we'll be strapping remote detonated explosives to the back of Timber and telling him to attack an unsuspecting enemy. Let's see how it plays out. So it's pretty damn effective. Sending your dog into areas that may be hard for you to reach is a viable strategy, it seems. So that was using remote detonated explosives. How about proximity explosives? After all, pulling the trigger is so 2018. Let's give it a try. So we got there in the end. After a couple of failures, it really was third time lucky. I don't think that using the proximity explosives is as efficient as using the remote explosive, but what it lacks for in efficiency, it more than makes up for in style. So that's all I have for you today. I know it's a short episode, but I'm sure once you guys get your hands on the game, you'll have tons of theories for me to check out. If you're a fan of these videos, along with secrets, Easter eggs and details in games, then perhaps consider subscribing, as that's what this channel is all about. Don't forget that the link to my Instagram and to my Twitter will be in the description and in my pinned comment, so if you want to suggest anything or just want to see what I get up to on a daily basis, go follow me over there. Thank you all for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.